Most parents don't realize that leaving money directly to a special needs child could be the single most financially devastating mistake they ever make. We're talking about accidentally disqualifying someone you love from tens of thousands of dollars a year in government benefits with just one well-meaning inheritance. Here's the brutal irony. The system designed to protect your child can punish you for trying to protect them yourself. Supplemental security income, Medicaid, and other needs-based programs have strict asset limits, sometimes as low as $2,000, and the moment your child's name appears on a policy payout or a will, the clock starts ticking on those benefits. So let's unpack the engine running underneath all of this, because it's not as complicated as the attorneys want you to think. The government essentially says, we'll help those who have nothing, but the moment you have something, you're on your own. And life insurance, without the right structure, hands your child something at exactly the wrong moment. Think of it like building a swimming pool right next to a fire hydrant. The water is there, the intention is good, but the connection is all wrong, and suddenly everything floods. What you need is a special needs trust, or SNT, which acts as a legal firewall between the insurance payout and your child's countable assets. There was genuine optimism in the disability planning community. When term life products got cheaper and more accessible, everyone thought families would finally close the coverage gap. But cheap premiums without proper beneficiary designations are like buying a parachute and packing it wrong beautiful until the moment it actually matters. The psychological weight here is real. Parents feel like they're doing everything right by getting covered. And then a planner or an attorney drops the S&T conversation and suddenly it feels overwhelming, expensive, and uncertain. But experts in special needs financial planning are nearly unanimous. Skipping the trust isn't bold, it's just uninformed. Historically, families have made this mistake for generations. And the pattern is heartbreakingly consistent. Parent passes away, insurance company cuts a check, child's name is on it, and within months, the benefits evaporate. We've seen this play out in probate courts and social services offices across the country. And every time someone says, I didn't know, and every time the outcome was entirely preventable. The trust itself fits into a broader estate planning cycle that, frankly, most middle-class families delay until it's too late. Procrastination is not a strategy, it's a gamble. The special needs planning community on forums, in Facebook groups, and in ABLE account discussions all points to the same wisdom. Structure first, then fund. Let's kill the biggest misconception right now. A special needs trust does not make your child ineligible for benefits. It protects their eligibility while still giving them access to supplemental support. The trust holds the money, the trustee manages it, the child benefits from it, and the government sees zero countable assets. That's the whole trick. Practically speaking, you have two primary vehicles here. A first-party SNT, funded with the child's own assets, and a third-party SNT, funded by you, the parent, typically through a life insurance policy named to the trust directly. The third-party S&T is the workhorse of this strategy, and naming the trust as the beneficiary on your policy is step one, full stop, non-negotiable. Now, the actionable lesson from decades of planning mistakes is simple. Do not name your special needs child directly on anything. Not your policy, not your retirement account, not your will. Moderate, disciplined planning means you get the right trust drafted before you buy or update any coverage. You review beneficiary designations annually, and you resist the emotional urge to just keep it simple when simple is actually dangerous. Some families are also pairing this strategy with ABLE accounts, which allow up to $100,000 in savings without affecting SSI, not a replacement for a trust, but a complementary tool that adds flexibility. The community wisdom here is layered and evolving, and the families who engage with special needs attorneys and certified planners consistently outperform those who DIY their way through it. At the philosophical core of all of this is a truth that applies to every financial decision involving vulnerability. Process protects people, not intentions. The size of your policy matters less than the structure it sits inside, and consistency in reviewing that structure matters more than any single premium payment you'll ever make. You can feel genuinely at peace knowing that if you set this up correctly, trust drafted, beneficiary designated to the trust, trustee selected, documents reviewed, You've done the one thing that actually changes outcomes. The goal isn't perfection, it's preparation. And preparation, in this case, is a legal document and a correctly named piece of paper. Whether you're just starting to think about coverage or you already have a policy that needs restructuring, we can help point you in the right direction. Check out our links in the description below for resources on real estate investing, home contracting work, and finding lenders to support your family's financial future.